What's going on, everybody? This is Kai, aka Supreme, aka Mr. RBK Visuals, aka I do it all. My first attempt at vlogging. Yeah, I'm gonna do this because I always look back at my dance videos and I always think about like, oh, this performance was this, or I look at this photo and I'm like, oh, that was this was. Well, I'm never able to go back and look at, oh, this is Kai, this is how it affected me, this is what I learned, this is what I did. Because, you know, isn't that something that we all want to know? Like, what was the process? What was going on in your head? What happened? How did it go? What was the big deal about it? What made it such an inspiring or, you know, whack thing to you? Like, I think that's something we can all really. This is why I'm starting to vlog all of my performances, teaching experiences, just things in general. Like, even going to a battle, like, and I'm gonna start voicing my opinion. That being said, the subject is Crave. This was a dance theater play that I had participated in, that I auditioned for in the summer, and it was quite the experience. Long story short, it was like drugs, sex, even like rape, which is pretty insane. A lot of sensitive subjects. It's really about like this dark and evil, demented place. And I know people were probably saying they didn't see the play. What role did I play? Because I said I was the lead, and my character was the devil. Yes. And I was like, oh shit, I'm the devil. But it's not even that I was the devil. It's like, when they explained who my character was, I was like the devil from Powerpuff Girls. Yes. Powerpuff Girls. That's the character I was. Yeah. But that quickly changed in my mind because I couldn't relate to that. I couldn't establish a connection with that character. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't me. But that was the awesome part about working with the directors that I was. It kind of gave us the open ability to make our characters how we wanted to make them. That was really, 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 really hard for me the whole time. Because it was going against my morals, it was going against how I felt, and it was going against just a lot of personal things for me. That's why I loved it. That's exactly why I loved the process. That's why I loved being a character. I was developing a time. I was developing a process. Like, being a Crave became my #1 priority. It's a time for me to finally go all in. I ended up figuring out that this character was probably my negative thoughts. Because that's what he did. Like, I was there in every scene, laughing and cackling and watching and observing. Like, that little voice, or this part of your shoulder that gets in your head when you're by yourself and no one else is there to shy away from those dark thoughts. And this was something that has haunted me personally. Like, there's times where I'm alone and I just get negative thoughts. But I quickly learned that, you know, my character is those negative thoughts. He is that bad guy. He is that little voice in the back of my head telling me to do something bad. Like, that voice is in everyone's head. I had to learn how to shut him up. And I had to learn how to face him. And the only way I could do that was to understand him. I felt by the end of the whole process, I ascended into my greater self. Another thing that was kind of uncomfortable is I had to have my whole body painted. That was just like, it was cold. It was fun the first time, but then the second time, and then the third time, and the fourth time, I was literally probably red for like 2 weeks. Yeah, that was red all the time in my drawers. All my clothes were red. I learned to deal with it. It turned into something awesome. It turned into one of the greatest experiences that I've had this year. Something that I'll probably carry with me for the rest of my life. It's time to turn over to my directors. Our stage manager, Lauren. Honestly, just going to start with her. She was probably the strictest, calmest stage manager I've ever worked with, but the most organized person I've ever met. Like, she was sending emails 2 minutes after rehearsal was done and staying there till 11 o'clock 10:30 and writing and getting these notes and getting everything done for everybody. And I just think, like, you know, she was like the superhero behind the wall that everybody wasn't really paying attention to. Don't sleep on a stage manager, guys. Ever. Because their job is really hard. And if it wasn't for her organization and assertiveness with us and everything, I don't think we would have ended up where we were. The assistant director, Leah, was Leah. At first, I thought Leah was like a really mean person. Leah always has something to say. Like, whenever I did a solo or whenever Dana had me do something, she always had something to say. Like, it was never good enough. And for a while, I was just like, yo, she really hates me. Sometimes I really sit here and I still think, I'm like, you know what, Leah really still doesn't hate me. But it's cool. Like, it's not that. Like, because you get to know the assistant director, Leah, she is, and then what she does. She said to me, it's never your best because you only get better, you know, and that was something that stuck with me. She also had to talk to me about me not practicing full out. Like, I was killing it, but it wasn't my full out. I wasn't sweating. I wasn't drenched. Really opened my eyes to the level of performance that I could hit with my dance and everything in general. Me, assistant, director, thank you to you two, have pushed me to want to be more full out, be more fuller in all of my movement, and that is, you know, appreciate. I really like working with Dana because Dana would literally, if Dana could tell me to walk on air, Dana would tell me to walk on air. Like, even in the shows, like, he was sparking these creative gadgets and, like, what's it called? Bolts that I didn't know I had, and they were just like turning. It was just like they were working, you know. He said it's a whirlwind, and Dana, I love working with him, you know, and he's a great person because he's seen the greatness in me that not a lot of other people see, and I really respect and appreciate the greatness he has helped me see within myself with this process. I feel like, personally as a choreographer, if you can see the greatness in someone that nobody sees the greatness in, you're pretty damn great. And I don't know if you hear it enough, man, but you have changed the way I've thought on life. Like, you've helped me find myself and you've helped me understand myself even more. Like, me, a little emotional because he really just, like, he knows how to bring out the best within you that you don't even know you have. Like, he'll dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into you to find the best qualities. That's what it was. Like, Dana let me know that, like, I could do it. That's why he gave me that role. And I gave my character a new image, you know? So the steps that I took and the journey that I went on with him truly changed my life as a dancer and as an artist. And Crave is something I'll definitely remember. And I'm leaving this up on YouTube just so everybody knows that, hey, I did The Fringe, I did Crave, and I worked with Dana Orange. Crave helped me face my demons. And they gave me my first applause walking out of the dressing room. The last show, I walked out and the whole audience stayed, and I was the last one out. And I don't know if everybody else got applause. Y'all got applause. Woo! But yo, clapping. I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm looking forward. I'm like, oh, these people are clapping for me. You know, like, every time I performed it, everybody told me how great I was. And I'm not used to hearing that. I'm from a street dancing world where everybody hates on each other and does all that, and I was a part of that. But now it's just like, yo, we're all freaking amazing. Everybody's amazing. There's something amazing about everyone. And if you can't see that, you live a life with your eyes closed. That's what Crave taught me. There's amazing in everyone. You all mess up. We all make mistakes. It's up to you how you want to bounce back from it. But yeah, life is a whirlwind. As Dana would say. Kai, I'm signing off. AKA Supreme, AKA Mr. RBK Visual.
Perfect. That's what I want. I love that spinning. That's that whirlwind that I was talking about.
Yeah.